Hi guys, hope you're well. I wanted to do a really quick video with some free stuff for you. So no sales or anything like that with this video. I'm just going to give you a free niche and I'm going to show you the niche and show you why it's a good one. And I'm also going to explain how you can take a really good niche, a really popular niche that you might be put off because you might think, well, there's no way that I can rank for it, and still get ranked for it by changing some things. Okay, more what you're targeting in the niche. So the niche we're looking at is pressure washers. I'm going to explain why, pressure washers is really competitive. Loads of people go for pressure washers. It is the perfect time to start doing it coming into summer, but loads of people go for it. There's a lot of competition for pressure washers, and I'm going to explain how you can bypass a lot of the competition, get ranked, and get a site out there that starts ranking and doing well. The other thing that I'm going to do for 2020, just to say in this video, I'll keep it really short, is loads more case studies. So I've got loads more coming up. Worksite Radio one I've shown is, I'll just show you that. Okay, so the Worksite Radio one is one that's sat, it's brought in a trickle of sales, it's got 9 reviews on it. Okay, but what I thought I'd do for this year is just do a case study for a really sort of low site, like brings in a sale now and then, 9 product reviews, hardly anything on it, it's just sat there, it's being picked up for all these key phrases. And one of the first case studies I'm going to do is actually show you on YouTube myself building this site up, and what I'm going to do with it, a double whammy to show you the Flipper stuff, is I'm going to build it up, get it making sales, and I'm going to flip it on Flipper for good money. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second case study I've got is authority sites. I'm actually going to build an authority site from scratch, a top 10 one, and actually show you all of that and show you all of the income and so on. And the third thing I've got is some interviews or like some of my past clients and how they're doing, and actually put it on YouTube to show you. Now I've done case studies before, power generators, gaming chairs, showing the money they're bringing in and so on. What I would say, so before we get into the niche, I won't make it a long video, but what I would say is with this stuff, it's SEO. So I actually do SEO for companies as well. So bear in mind, there's nothing different, apart from the products and what you're doing, there's nothing different between ranking a site for a company or ranking a site for Amazon products. It's not a case of following a step-by-step process that absolutely guarantees you a result if you follow it. And that's what I want to cover in the case study again, is because sometimes I've had sites that I've built and they haven't done that well. I've had sites that I've built and I've sort of thought, oh my god, this niche isn't going to do well, and it's done really well. An example of that was the jump starter, another case study I did, car jump starters. And when I was doing that site and building it up, I was actually thinking, why did I pick this? It's really hard to write for, and I don't think it will do very well. So anyway, you could go on and on. Does it work? Doesn't it work? Some sites will do better than others. The main thing is increasing your percentage chance for success by building them in the right way. So I'll give you some pointers here, and I thought what I'd do this year is just show you as well a little thing. The reason I don't put loads and stacks of case studies on YouTube is because the moment you start building a site and it's hard work writing the content, is everyone jumps on the niche. They think, oh, that must be a really good niche, and it's just the hard work that goes into it, but you end up with a stack of competition, which isn't a moan. It's just in no one's best interest to do that. Like if you were building a site, and you stick it on YouTube, everyone's going to jump on it. But I'm going to do some case studies. The Worksite Radio one's going to be built up. So the Worksite Radio one here is, nowhere really. It's got some positions. It's being picked up for the right key phrases. It's got 217 key phrases it's being picked up for. But I'm not worried because it's got 9 product reviews and they're about 1,000 words a post. So it's just indexed. But I thought it'd be a brilliant one to show building up, so you can see it building up and making money. It's brought in some sales, but nothing. I could sell it now. It'd sell for about, I think if I sold this, it would sell for about $500-600 on Flipper. But what I'm going to do is build it up and flip it anyway, just to show that part of it, how quickly you can do it and so on. Authority site, I'm going to build a massive top 10 one and show you all of the results. And I've got some interviews with my customers, with people that have worked with me that are doing well. I'm going to show you some people that are just starting out that are getting sales. I'm going to show you people that are doing all right. Okay, they're getting a good go. And I'm going to show you people that are doing really, really well. Anyway, all that's to come. I've also got a 7-day quick start that I'm going to do for 2020, just covering some new stuff for 2020 and more to do with the site building and a couple things that you need to do in order to rank the sites. But let's get on with it. I'll show you this niche and I'll show you how to actually get into a high competition niche and get ranked, and I'm also going to give you a little challenge as well. Okay, so I'll whiz through this because I don't want the video being ages and I've already spoken about all of that. So grab a pen and paper. The niche is pressure washers, and before you say, oh my god, too competitive, not worth bothering with, here's a simple thing you can do. Pressure washers is a good niche, loads of searches, we all know that, but loads of competition as well. Here's a really simple thing you can do. When you go to Ubersuggest, you see pressure washers 246,000 searches, but 78 on search difficulty. What you can do is target the less competitive key phrases, which is one way of doing it. But the other thing you can do is, when you're building a site and you're wanting to flip it or just build a site that brings you income in, so not an authority site, just a site in a particular niche without loads of products on it, like just one main product base, one thing that you can do is target a subset of pressure washers. If you were doing rowing machines, or like, I'll give you another example, if you're doing treadmills, you might just target climbing treadmills or incline treadmills. So you're targeting a subset of a really popular niche. And when we type in gas pressure washers, you can see here, okay, gas pressure washers, 18,100 searches, okay, and only a search difficulty of 49. The other cool thing is that gas pressure washers sell for a lot more, and you could start out in this niche and then expand. So there's loads of key phrases like gas power washer versus electric, and you can start out in there. Obviously you want to make sure that the subset niche that you target has enough searches. This would be fine for a site targeting the key phrase gas pressure washer. And the way you do it, so this is important, if we go to gas pressure washers, I'll just give you some advice on how to target it. So you can see all the gas pressure washers, you know, and all the popular ones. You want to have the product reviews on the site, but bear in mind this is worth writing down. You won't make your sales predominantly off the site off product reviews. Okay? You won't make your sales off an Amazon affiliate site that you're trying to rank off of the product reviews primarily. What normally happens is you put your product reviews on, but you're not going to get a site normally, I have had, but normally the site's not going to take off just having product reviews on there. The reason you have the product reviews on there is so when you start adding in your keywords, okay, so like gas pressure washers, which are the best gas pressure washers for 2020, you've got enough content to link that keyword content back to, and in turn on the reviews that you've already done, you're linking back to your keyword stuff, and that's what helps to rank the site. Okay, so the other thing is you will get very targeted traffic off of the product reviews that you're doing, very, very targeted, but it's not going to bring in a huge flood of sales, because the big sales will come from when you get ranked for the bigger keywords. But to get ranked for the bigger keywords, you have to have enough content on your site interlinking to be able to compete. I think that's one of the biggest things, that, you know, just hammering out content on product reviews isn't going to get the site rip-roaring up the search engines, but you need to have that first. So here's my recommendation on it. If you were targeting this, I recommend doing 20 or 30, which sounds a lot. This is exactly, I'll be showing you this on the Worksite Radio one. 20 or 30 product reviews of 2,000 words each, which is hard work, but the main thing you're covering there, as in a previous video I did how to write the product reviews, unique content. Make sure that it's good content, and make sure that it answers a lot of their questions that they will be asking about the product. Okay, so, and you can check out that video. It's the previous video I did. I think it's the last one I did on how to write content. It needs to be unique. It can't be spun content, and it can't be borrowed content, you know, like sort of PLR and just rewrite it. I recommend, if you really want to get going, not that they don't have value, but if you really want to get going, that you do it unique content. Okay, 30 product reviews, 2,000 words apiece, and then your keyword content. So you want to have a big buyer's guide in there. You can do it as a massive buyer's guide that covers everything they could possibly want to know and split it up into anchor text sections. Or you could cover each keyword as an article in itself, 2,000, 3,000 words, linking back with recommendations. Okay, so you want to link back with recommendations on the products and so on. Okay, so I'm back. The doorbell went, that's why it sort of stuttered and everything, and I had to pause the video. I'll just give you a quick recap of everything that we've been through. So, really good niche, pressure washers, but far too competitive, or well worth targeting if you're going to build an authority site and start putting every sort of pressure washer like gas, high powered. The other thing to do is, so the way you target a competitive niche is find a subset of that niche with enough searches, like gas pressure washers as an example. Another thing that you can do is when you're looking for keywords, think about uses for the product. Okay, because pressure washers will have different usage, think about keywords. What people buy the products for reasons. Okay, so when they're buying their pressure washers, in this case, they're buying it for a specific task. And look at this, pressure washer for cars, 5,400 monthly searches, only 37 search difficulty. So you can have a big keyword article once you've got all your product reviews on there, all your gas pressure washers, all your electric pressure washers. If you're doing an authority site as an example, you can have all your product reviews on there, and then you'd write the article on top 10 pressure washers for car washing. Okay, top 10 pressure washers to wash your car in 2020, and make that massive. Okay, it's hard work, but make that like 5,000 words, interlinking. Make sure that you get the SEO down. I've sort of covered this in videos, which is why I'm not covering it here, because it would be a whole other thing. What I might do is just a massive video, or I might do a free webinar covering all of this stuff. So let me know in the comments if you want that. But you want to make sure that you have enough product reviews on the site, so when you're doing your keyword stuff, you're interlinking the content. Pressure washer for hose, so one that will connect to your hose, 14,800 searches a month and only 40 search difficulty. So this is the thing. Let's say you get the site out there as an example, and let's say you put 30 product reviews on there, and let's say they've got 2,000 words per piece. Let's say they're interlinking and SEO'd correctly, all your meta tags and everything, a good theme. And then let's say you start targeting these key phrases. So you have an article for each one. Best pressure washer for cars, or car washing. So make it like, make it make sense. You don't just use the main key phrase. You'd have best pressure washer for car washing in 2020, top 10 lists, things to look for in a pressure washer for car washing. Make sure it's not too powerful so it doesn't strip the paint. Make sure that you can get different angles in it to get into the wheel arches, so you're actually helping, okay, with your content. And let's say you had another article on best pressure washers that connect directly to your hose, things to bear in mind with the connection. You don't want it too powerful so it blows off the tap and water goes everywhere. Okay, best pressure washer for house, when you're doing house cleaning. Best pressure washer, what other uses are there? Pressure washer for patios. Pressure washer for patios, not a huge amount. Best pressure washer for driveways, you'd think that would be there. I think it's actually called something, but you're basically thinking of usage. Pressure washer for cars. You can also go to related. Here we go. Pressure washer for cars washing, 36 search difficulty, 2,900 searches. Okay, so you're thinking of those key phrases. Main things to remember, and I'll wrap the video up. Number one, you need enough content on the site before you even start worrying about key phrases. The problem is if you go straight into key phrases and just target this without any product reviews on your site, you're not going to have the strength to be able to rank. If you have the product reviews on your site and they're getting indexed, it doesn't matter where they're ranking, but they're getting indexed, and then you start to do your keyword content and interlink them correctly through SEO, not only will it push up the products, that your reviews, but it will also push you up for the keywords as well. So really, I hope that all makes sense. I've got loads of stuff showing this actually happening as well for 2020, but I just wanted to show you two things. Number one, how you can go into a competitive niche and still get ranked because you're going into a subset, gas pressure washers for instance. Okay, the other way of doing it is to target usage for products. So you can do this with anything: rowing machines for muscle building, rowing machines for fat loss, best rowing machines for cardio. So people buy it off usage. So if you want to get into a good niche with lots of searches, format your sites like that. Okay, and check out some of my other videos on how to do the SEO, how to write the content, and a little challenge for you. Do this. Do 30 product reviews. 30 product reviews, 2,000 words a piece, and do 10 keywords like this. Make sure that it's all SEO'd correctly with a proper theme. So I'm not on about a cookie cutter site or article spun site or a bought site. I'm on about a site you build yourself from scratch with all the content written, and set it up on the search console so you can see the rankings, and format a plan to do it. I know it's not a one-day job, and if you don't rank, let me know and I will help you sell the site on Flipper for profit, because I'd be astounded if you don't see some rankings. It's not like you're going to rank for everything, but the keywords that do start ranking and the product reviews that do start ranking, you've then got something to build off, and chances are you'll find that you start making money off the site. No guarantees, no magic wands or anything like that, but that's, if you doubt this, go to Flipper and look at the sites that are actually making money, and check that they're making money through the search engines. So when you see traffic, look at the amount of traffic they're getting off the search engines, and you'll see time and time again it's just a well formatted site, loads of contents, good interlinking, but it's not a thing you can do in a week and just add a few product don't get into the thing where just add product review, product review, product review, product review, product review with not very much SEO or any interlinking going on. There needs to be enough content there, and that's the real hard work. I'll be showing this year, so I'm really excited to show you. We'll have some fun with it. I hope that helps. I hope you like the niche, and I hope you've got some ideas for other niches that you could do the same process with, and I'll speak to you really, really soon. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.